Hello gorgeous soul, and welcome to this mini video series which I am going to be teaching over the next 5 weeks. And this is going to help you to get really clear, really focused, really grounded, and really be able to understand what alcohol freedom means to you. So this is video 1 in the series, and I am going to be teaching you 5 steps to creating on-track days, whether you're drinking less or none, you're working towards drinking none, and we're going to be doing that using the wellness tree, which is my methodology. So really we want to be building a strong root system, the roots of our wellness tree. And you can imagine that you are a tree, or you have a tree within, or you can imagine a tree, just bringing that to your mind and seeing the roots of the tree and seeing the underground of the roots, the parts we can't see. And this is what grows. It takes a long time, but this is what builds, grows, and helps the tree to really become that gorgeous, strong, abundant tree with lots of juicy fruit. And so I love to use the wellness tree. It really was the thing that helped me to now be 9 years on my alcohol freedom journey, with a few drinking experiments that I have mentioned before, but pretty much 95% sober, and I haven't had any alcohol in the last 5 years. So I am Kath Nolden. I am a mixture of lots of different things. I have my own messy and perfect journey. I literally feel like I live and breathe all of the kind of lessons that I have been through. I'm still learning. I'm on this journey with you. And my journey has morphed into now a kind of a sugar freedom journey, very sort of health conscious, just being the best version of myself that I can be, and just developing a greater relationship with simplicity, with the present moment, and creating that organized, calm, steady, peaceful, simple, happy life that I want, and what I hear from so many other people as well. And I love to work with ambitious women, and that ambition can come in many forms, and we all have hopes, dreams, goals, things that we are wanting to work on as to grow and develop. And so this is how the wellness tree can help us. So I combine everything I've learned really from my own lessons, plus I am a qualified grey area drinking coach, I'm a soul energetics practitioner, I'm a qualified life coach, and lots of different things kind of all wrapped into the wellness tree. And there's nothing else like that. And the biggest thing that I've noticed through working with lots of different people, lots of clients, the women in my private community and in my membership, is really understanding that what people are most struggling with is feeling safe, feeling calm, feeling organized, feeling steady, dealing with anxiety, holding a lot of things, dealing with emotions, staying present, being the best wife, the best mum, growing a business, potentially, being all in our mission, having a career, doing all the things. And we all want to have time for ourselves, but time is one of the things that we so often struggle with. And so we're feeling depleted, we're feeling rushed, we're feeling like we're hanging on and hoping we can just make it through the days. And this is no way to live. And so the wellness tree helps us to really build this root system to find steadiness in our day, and really take care of all of the things that we need to be taking care of, all of our responsibilities, and giving them all routines, systems, everything is taken care of. And this is something I'm really working on in my own journey. I've been doing this for the last few years, and I'm going even deeper into this. And I really came up with the roots method, which is something new that I am introducing, which are these 5 powerful steps. This is where I have deepened into the root system of the wellness tree. And I'm going to give you these, the roots method now, and we're going to go over this over the next 5 weeks. So roots is an acronym, and it stands for ready, outline, organise, track, and stay consistent. So each root feeds your growth, and each one will bring structure and stability. And together they create this gorgeous root system, this foundation for your sober lifestyle, whether you're drinking less and working towards none, or you are already sober, you've let alcohol go and you want to stay more consistent with that. So the roots method, I'm just going to go over the whole of that briefly. Ready, the first R, letter R, stands for ready. Now what this means is being ready to review and reset and start again, hit refresh and be okay with failure, with messiness and with imperfect action. So it's being okay with getting unstuck and not having it all figured out, but being ready in this moment. We have arrived. We're ready for a new beginning. We're ready to do things in a different way, in a way that feels really good, that feels kind, that feels compassionate, that feels gentle, yet gently nudging ourselves forward. And I really believe in reviewing and resetting, and it's doing these regular weekly and monthly reviews and resets, because that's what makes us build this inner wisdom, resilience. This is cementing our roots. So when people say, oh, it's day one again, I failed again, yes, it can feel really annoying and frustrating, but actually it is these resets that we're working this new pathway. And we need these resets to work that groove and to make it stronger. And then gradually we learn to stay on track more. We learn to trust more because, you know, we're building evidence. I'll talk about that in a moment. We're building evidence to our brain that actually we can do this. So the second letter is O. This is the second root. And this is called outline. And this is all about vision and planning. This is about the new identity, who you're becoming. And it's about knowing what you want and why you want it. Because if we don't know what we want or why we want it, it's going to be very difficult to be able to do anything. So this is about knowing what you want, as in terms of alcohol freedom. Are you taking a break? Are you just reassessing things? Are you seeing where alcohol fits for you? Because it's a very grey area. This is the grey area drinking. It can feel very confusing. But what we actually do with the wellness tree is we take the focus off the alcohol and we put the focus on building healthy habits, routines, daily routines, morning routine, evening routine, during the day, systems, structures, calming the nervous system, doing the mindset work, the tools and resources. There's a lot to it. There's a lot to learn, and it's important not to get overwhelmed. Okay, so we do this very gently, very steadily, and we get in the rhythm of doing daily, weekly, monthly resets. Super simple as well. So you want to know what you want, why you want it. Now, the third route is organize, and this is about creating a plan with the daily routines consisting of your specific habits that you want to do. Doesn't matter what anyone else is doing, because we're all different. And we work in seasons and cycles, and sometimes we will want to do one habit and then it won't feel good to do. It won't feel aligned in another time of our life, our year, our month. So it's being okay with just dancing around our habits and moods and just picking and choosing the ones that feel most aligned. So that's organised. So it's creating an alcohol freedom plan, a stay sober plan, whatever you want to call it, a daily plan that is going to keep you on track. And this takes a while to figure out, and you have to be okay with maybe falling off track and it being all messy and you're being inconsistent, and that's okay, because we're learning to be a different way and it takes a long time sometimes. And then T stands for track. Let's get tracking, ladies, because it's really important to track, because our brains will not hold... Oh, there's a gorgeous black cat just peeping through the window at me, sorry. Our brains will not hold all of this information. And this is part of this new system I'm setting up with myself, is having this kind of second brain, this new system where we can capture, where we can brain dump stuff. We want to actually have a place to put this, because we don't want to lose this information. And when we're tracking our habits and our routines, we will be giving our brain evidence, because we've got that support in place which helps us stay on track with alcohol freedom. And this gets us into action, momentum and flow. And it's even better if you do it with community and you do it with accountability. It's what we're doing in the membership, the mini program with the wellness tree. I'm encouraging the ladies in there to track, to be okay with messiness and failures. And it's okay if it's a 0, if we have done no days on track, because that's a starting point. It's being at the ready route. It's like, okay, how can I get that to be a 1? And then S is to stay consistent and have a goal strategy. We want to have goals in our different life areas. So what we're doing, we're strengthening these different life areas to support. This is our fuel, this is our rocket fuel, and we will review and reset these every week. So that's kind of an outline of the roots method, the root system. And just to sort of toe dip into route 1 with you. So route 1, as I said, is called ready. So think of this as reviewing, refreshing and resetting. Just reviewing what's been going on for you with alcohol freedom. Maybe it's not been going very well, and that's okay. Maybe you have some ideas of how you want things to be, but being ready doesn't mean you have to have everything figured out. It just means you're willing to pause, to just look really honestly at where you are and being okay with starting again. Because this journey is full of restarts and refreshes, and that's fine. I personally love the energy of a fresh new start. A fresh new shiny start. It feels like the weight is being lifted, especially if you have a plan in place, you're getting organised, and you feel there's hope. Because there is hope, and you absolutely can do this. And it might be that you're in a season of life where things are feeling uncertain, they're feeling really messy. Maybe you're going through a really challenging time. It could be looking after a loved one, or an elderly parent, or somebody's poorly, or you're poorly, you're navigating a health condition, or things are just... It might feel like survival time. And actually this is where we need to have a survival routine as well. I hear so many people say to me, oh, it's just not the right time, I can't think about that. Here more than ever, we need a survival routine, which is basically doing the bare minimum habits to keep you on track. The bare minimum things these are the self-care things that will help to keep you steady. Or maybe you have been drinking more than you meant to. Maybe you're just feeling really tired of getting in that start again day one cycle, and you're just like, I'm done with that now. Or maybe you're doing really well and you just simply want to continue deepening into your newfound freedom. So wherever you are, Route 1 ready is your arrival place. It's like being on that station platform, or you're getting in your car, you're like ready. You're ready, and it's permission to begin again without shame. It's giving yourself grace for the days that didn't go according to plan. It's just lightening up, just saying, yep, I'm totally human and messy and imperfect, and that's fine. That's fine. We need to give ourselves a break. And it's also the courage to show up even if you're feeling wobbly. And for grey area drinkers, this step is actually really powerful because it's really confusing territory. One day you might be thinking, right, I'm moderating. I am not doing this anymore. I'm moderating. Alcohol freedom feels dull and boring and I'm sick of this. And then you'll try and moderate, and maybe you'll realise it's actually really hard work, and you remind yourself why you wanted to go sober. And then you go sober again, and you can do a few days and it starts feeling really hard, and it almost feels like you're two different people. It's this cognitive dissonance, and it feels really, it's not nice because our brain wants to settle somewhere. We need to feel like we belong. We're this or we're this. And so we have to be okay with not having it all figured out. This is the grey area drinking territory. You know you're not an alcoholic, you're not end of spectrum drinking. I don't work with people at that stage of drinking. I'm not qualified to. I work with the people where alcohol is not a now and again thing. It actually is a problem, and maybe you're over drinking, you're drinking more than you meant to, but you can stop drinking, but staying stopped is the problem. Especially when alcohol is all around us and it's totally normalised in this world. And it takes strength, and it also takes gentleness. And really at Route 1 ready, it starts here. This is like we've opened the door at the roots of the wellness tree, and we're just stepping onto Route 1. So think of this as, like animals, like foxes and badgers, they have a little den underground. They're making a little tunnel. They're feeling safe. It feels safe for them underground. They can't be seen. So it's almost like that. We're building a little nest, a little den in our roots. And we need to have a place where we can feel safe, because this journey sometimes stretching into the unknown, it doesn't feel safe. And logically we know, well, I'm not being chased by a lion or a tiger or a bear, but our nervous system, to our nervous system, it feels unsafe. So if you're thinking this is ridiculous, why can't I just stop drinking? Why can't I get this? You're thinking, and it's our body needs to learn a different way. We need to teach our body safety. So it requires a lot of patience. And that's where our healthy habits come in. Choosing to bring new habits in. So we're kind of crowding out the alcohol, and we're choosing different supportive things, which is helping us to feel better about ourselves. So in Route 1, the action step for Route 1 is to let go. It's to lighten the load. And this week, this training, it's about exhaling. It's giving yourself a break, loosening your grip on any perfection you might have, any black and white thinking. And then practical wise, letting go means letting go of any clutter in your area, in your home, in your brain. It might be releasing stories you have about yourself, about failure and not being good enough. It might mean taking a break from certain friendships or certain places that can make it harder to stay on track. And when we let go, we create space. So we don't want to be focusing on lots of things to do, and like, yes, of course we have things to do, and that's where our systems are going to really support us, and I'll be helping you to understand this as we go together over the next few weeks. But we need to create space to breathe and to be, space for new habits, and most of all, space for peace. Peace. And this is how we begin to settle the nervous system, by decluttering our inner and our outer world so that we can finally exhale. And just one little trick for you to try throughout today, and as you go on throughout your week, just notice, how are you holding yourself? Are you tight in your shoulders? I notice with myself, I have a very bad habit of holding myself tight and not even realise I'm doing it. So I'm trying to train myself to just realise that and then just loosen it, and already that feels lighter. Yeah, and then just releasing that breath. So the thing I highly, highly, highly recommend, which I'm so glad that I did right at the beginning of my journey, for route 1, ready, arriving here together in this space, new beginnings, new fresh energy, I highly recommend you buy yourself, if you haven't already, a beautiful journal. And this can be something that feels lovely to look at. It's a special journey. It's journey, interesting, journal. It is a special journey too, but it's not some crappy old cheap 99p notebook. It's something that you actually will look forward to writing in, something that looks pleasing to your eye. Maybe you know, it has to feel right. Like me, I have a bit of a notebook journal obsession, and I will spend a long time hunting for the right one. But then that's me just being a perfectionist. So get yourself a lovely journal, and this week I invite you to just reflect on, how do you think things have been going for you up until now on your alcohol freedom journey? Thinking about route 1 and ready, and you're here, you're doing your review of how things have been going. No beating yourself up, no judgment, no blame, just notice. And you can do a little reset and just ask yourself, what do I need this week to feel back on track? What do you need? Maybe it's a new plan. Maybe it's accountability. Maybe it's being with people that really understand the journey. Maybe it's that you just need some space to just be and just practice some really deep self-care. So remember, ready doesn't mean perfect. It means being present. It means being honest, and it means you're choosing again. Also, it's about rooting together and being able to share and talk about these problems that we're having, talk about maybe thoughts that you're having and you don't understand them, and maybe someone else is having the same thoughts. It's important that we feel we can talk to one another. Now, this is the work we are going to be doing inside my private membership, the Wellness Tree membership. It's a mini program. I would love to invite you to join us. If this type of thing feels like something you would love to work on together for a really small community, for accountability, we're having a weekly Zoom call together. We have a private chat group. We also have a Google folder with tools and resources. I'm building it as we go. You can join. It's founding members price at the moment is just £38 a month. You can cancel anytime. And it's a really lovely place to be and just start doing this work together. If you'd love the details, pop the word details in the comments or send me a private message. I'll send you the details, and if that feels like you'd love to come and be a part of that, I would love to welcome you in. Any questions, send me a private message or pop them below. Have an amazing day, rest of the week ahead. Lots and lots of love.